What's up, everybody? Beau-hindman back with another quick review of a cool toy. I can't show the whole package here on my camera. Try to get that in there. This is the Lego Bonsai Tree Botanical Collection. I just noticed it said that, and I wonder what that means. Does that mean there's more botanicals coming? I'm not really 100% sure. But this one, as soon as I saw it, I had to get it. Now, funny enough, Lego, what they did, and here it is, what they did is they put it on their Twitter, and the little video they made was really, really funny. It was like a guy in a top knot, like a kind of like a hippie kind of guy. What are those called? They call them like a hipster kind of top knot dude building it with the soft meditation music and all that stuff going on. It was really kind of silly and cute, just super charming. I love how they did it. It was actually as soon as I saw it, because I've always been a bonsai fan. I used to have a bonsai. I've had one twice and I've killed them both twice. So I needed to spend some time and get to learn how to do these. But as soon as I saw it, I thought that's actually really, really a wonderful idea. I don't know if it was one of those Lego ideas. I don't think it was, because normally it will say on the box. I'm not a huge Lego collector at all. Usually when I get a Lego kit, I build it, I put it on top of my shelf if it's super cool. If not, I literally throw it in the Lego box, or I break it up into parts and I keep the parts. I keep the instructions, of course, if I want to rebuild it later. But usually I just throw them, I use them once and then I use them for extra parts later. Honestly, I don't really keep Lego built-in kits much. I use them for other projects. So let me go over some of the good, bad about this little thing. There's not really much bad at all about it, I gotta say, but I thought it was really nice because they added this draining rack, a classic bonsai tray, or what you call a planter. They had these loose parts, which is my only kind of iffy part. A lot of these loose parts can easily get knocked around and stuff, and they're such a unique color. Those might be kind of hard to replace. They're kind of like flesh colors and whatever you can see there. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but it's going up on a shelf in our living room. My wife put it there because she liked it so much. She actually built it. Our cats are old. They don't bat around things like they did when they were kittens, so I'm not too worried about losing. But if you have kids or if you're playing with this a lot, you might be aware those might get lost pretty easy. You might replace them with something else, maybe all green ones if you have that or whatever. But other than that, it was a pretty simple build. I'd like to point out that what's really, really cool about I think this is an absolute first. Now, I'm not a huge Lego person, so tell me if I'm wrong, but these are actually rubberized feet. These are little rubber feet, so that when it sits on the tray, it's not really going anywhere. In fact, when I went to the shelf and tried to move it, I thought it was attached at first because it has a little weight to it, and it doesn't actually slide off the tray. That's absolutely brilliant. I think if it was just plastic on plastic, you'd have it slipping all the time, and you could see that just getting knocked off the shelf and thrown away. Now I have in the instructions, let me see if I have them here over there. I have all the steps you can change out the foliage and make it, there's like a soft pink color. Let me just grab those real fast, as a matter of fact. So here is the pink leftovers. Let me scoot this up here. Sorry, I'm kind of adapting on my desk here. Here is the instruction manual. I am just breaking everything. And that's the Brooder catalog. What am I looking for here? Anyway, I've got here. I know where I put it. I have a catalog keeper. There it is, duck. Well, anyway, get the new Brooder catalog. It's fantastic. So it's pretty thick. One thing I thought would have been really, really cool with this is if Lego would start to say it's a thicker one like this, and you're doing it in sections. Planter, that's a separate section. Or I'm sorry, drainage rack, separate section. Planter, separate section. The tree was its own section. I would have liked to have seen 3 or 4 separate instruction manuals for each of those parts. So let's say a family member, like when my wife was building it, I kind of just had to watch her build it. I really couldn't do anything. If they had 3 separate manuals, we could each take one, and then I could have built that, and she could have set it on there. We could have all contributed. I think it would have been really cool for families, stuff like that. But what's interesting is you can actually change the foliage here. In the back, it'll show you, here's some examples. That's with other foliage they don't provide, but it gives you some fun little creative. I cannot open this because my finger, I have a cut on my thumb. So it gives you some ideas of some of the other foliage people are putting together. There's like a display cabinet, looks like an aquarium, you know, and you get this pink foliage where you can actually change it out to like a spring theme, which is just so cool. And on top of that, my wife pointed out, I would have never noticed, there is a little baby frog right there, little secret frog. I've heard people replacing those frogs with other better looking frogs, but I still think that's really cute. I was kind of hoping he would have been a different color as well. I don't know if that would have been correct, you know, in the region if they have the green frogs or whatever. But so you can see you get all these extra parts, the little flowers. I thought it would be cool just to start putting some little flowers here and there. So it's not in full bloom, but it's kind of in starting to bloom a little area. Now, they are probably doing it. Oh, those are all pink frogs. Oh, look at that. There must be something to do. There must be something going on there with all those pink frogs. I mean, those are all pink frogs. I had no idea. I thought that was like, you know, you get one or two, but are they supposed to be foliage or frogs? Oh, I see what they're doing. The color, look here. The colorful blossoms on this tree are actually frog elements from early. Oh, so they're just reusing the frogs as blooms. That's cool, but a little strange, but they do look like blooms. But you see these little flowers here? I'd almost rather just use some of these and add a few here and there on the thing. But anyway, that is the Lego bonsai tree. It was, I think, 50 something with ordering, with shipping. I got it from Target. I ordered it. It was here in 5 days. I could have even gone up the street and picked it up. But to be honest, I was like, I don't even want to bother those people. They're so slammed right now, and it's, you know, it's everybody's being really careful and everything with COVID. So I just wanted to get it sent. No speedy sending or mailing or anything like that. It just came to me in like 4 or 5 days. I got it the week after I ordered it. 50-something bucks with shipping. I think it's absolutely worth it, but only because it's one of those few Lego sets that I would actually keep in this form. I'm not going to break it apart other than changing out some of the foliage or whatever. I think it's just such a clever idea. Not only clever idea, because people have thought about this before, I'm sure, but just such a charming little piece, because the size of it, you could actually see it being a real bonsai tree. And it looks great once it's done. It almost looks like you could see it from a distance, and you could almost mistake it for a real tree, other than the colors are so ridiculously bright. But it's just this would be a perfect thing for somebody who, of course, has real bonsai, but also for somebody who wants, maybe an adult who wants a more, you know, mature looking piece on their desk. Because I told a coworker about this, and I showed him a picture of it, and he said, "Oh, I don't collect Legos and play with Lego and stuff. You know, I'm a grown up." Kind of like that attitude. And I said, "No, look at this." And he said, "You know, actually that one's really, really neat." So really, really beautiful piece. Totally worth it. If you haven't picked it up yet, definitely do it. A lot of people are now saying it's hard to find. I don't know if they've sold out that quick, but I got mine from Target, no problem. So check it out. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.